Hey guys, so today I have a very exciting homeschool curriculum haul. I have been waiting for these things to come in so that I can share them with you guys. I have a few hauls coming up, just some last minute things for the school year, so I will have at least one other haul after this one. But I am just so excited about this school year. I feel like I've really figured out what I like, what I don't like. I spent so much time last year doing that, and this year is just like the year of everything clicking, even like down to our routines, along with what curriculum we like and what works for us as a family and what extracurriculars work for us as a family. So anyway, I'm super excited to share some of the stuff that we have gotten recently, some homeschool curriculum. If you're a homeschool curriculum junkie like me, definitely give this video a thumbs up. That just shows your support to my channel, and I will know that I am not alone in this world when it comes to just being obsessed with homeschool curriculum and just teaching my kids how much fun it is. If you are new here, I have 4 kids, ages 16, 8, 6, and 3. She will be 4 in the fall. So lots of kiddos, and oh, I forgot to put my wedding ring on. I need to do that, but anyway, we are though kind of leaving the toddler stage, which I think is so much fun. So like, it's sad to leave that baby and toddler phase, but it's also making schooling so much easier. Like, we've started up our school year a little bit, and wow, the difference. So anyway, I'm gonna go put my wedding ring back on because I forgot to put it on for some reason this morning. I got my nails done. Guys, okay, this is a side note, but I got my nails done yesterday. I've never had acrylics or like fake nails or whatever in my life. I always had really good, strong nails that were super long, so I never needed them. But with having kids and my nails will just break and everything, I was like, you know what? I want to do something for me. I've been feeling a little down. Honestly, guys, if you have issues with your cycle where you have like a really heavy cycle and your hormones are going crazy and it lasts for a super long time and you feel like, I looked it up, like the flu basically from it, let me know if you have any solutions, because that's what's been happening to me and it's rough. So anyway, I wanted to get my nails done to like make myself feel better. I also have extremely dry, cracked feet, so getting pedicures is basically a medical necessity. So I needed that as well. Well, I'd never had acrylics, and I'd seen that people did like pointy ends, you know, like I didn't know the name of it. I was just like, oh, you know how people do like the pointy ends? I asked the nail guy, I was like, do people still do that? And he's like, yeah, sure. He put, like, it was so pointy. It was like a claw, like a literal pointy claw at the end. And I didn't say anything at the time because I'm just like, well, I guess that's how they're supposed to look. And then I couldn't function. Like, I've never had fake nails, so I just thought, oh, it's just the nails. Like, it was really hard to do anything, like pull up my pants or like go to the grocery store and pick things up off the shelves. Like, just so hard to do anything. So then I sent it to my little sister, who I should have asked from the beginning, and she said pointy is a style, but she usually gets like coffin or I think there's like rounded point, which is probably what I was thinking, but straight up pointy, it's impossible. So I just cut it off at the ends, and it really needs to be filed, but I don't have a nail file. But yeah, and now I can function. It's still kind of weird having fake nails on, like pulling up my pants and stuff, but like it's physically possible. Whereas with the pointy nails, like I couldn't do anything. I'm like, how would anyone ever live like this? And I don't think most people don't, because yeah, I don't think I've ever seen them that pointy before on anybody. And I wish the communication was a little bit better at the nail salon, because I kept asking him, like, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you think this is right? And he kept being like, oh yeah, I like it, sure. And I'm like, okay, but don't ask for advice. Don't go into the nail salon asking for advice. Ask someone you know for advice, and then tell them what you want and be very clear, because they also push you to like get extra things there too, which is frustrating. So anyway, but I don't know if I'll ever get fake nails again. I feel like it was a big expense, and just getting like gel regular nails is probably fine, but I'm gonna keep them for now. So I spent a lot of money on them. So anyway, let's get into the haul. Okay, I got my wedding ring on now, so still married. Okay, so most of these things are for my little ones, my 8, 6, and almost 4-year-old, but I do have one thing for my high schooler, so I wanted to show that to you guys because I do think this is something y'all might find interesting because it's a new release, and this is high school biology from The Good and the Beautiful. So The Good and the Beautiful and I have a love-hate relationship. Some of their stuff I absolutely love. A lot of their high school stuff I have not liked. I do like the way it sounds. It's very satisfying with these nails. But anyway, I have not liked a lot of their high school. It was just very like censored feeling to me. And like specifically the language arts. And that's just not my thing. I am a Christian, but I don't like the censoring or just, anyway, I've talked about that so many times. So anyway, but I thought with biology, like maybe they, you know, it'd be a little bit harder for them to ruin it for me. And they do so many things right, like how beautiful everything is. So I wanted to try their biology. It was on sale. I don't know if it still is on sale. You might want to check, but it was on sale because it was a new release, I guess. So my oldest is actually going into the 11th grade, and he is going to be doing classical conversations for the first time, and he's going to be doing chemistry because that's what classical conversations does in 11th grade, which I think they call Challenge 3. I'm still new to classical conversations, but I'm pretty sure that's Challenge 3. And we actually did chemistry this year, but I wasn't totally satisfied with it. And so I'm fine with him doing it again, but we never got to biology. It's a long story, but he got very sick his 8th grade year, missed an entire year of school when he was super sick. So his schooling has just been a little bit different, but we hadn't gotten to biology, and I was like, he needs a biology credit. And so, you know, the online stuff, I am realizing I really like it for math with him. Like he does Shorman math online. Absolutely love that. He's very math oriented, very skilled in math. And it's just like he gets it done, he gets A's, and that's it. But as far as like chemistry online or other math programs online, I just feel very like, it feels like I'm so far away from it, even though I can like log in and look at his stuff and everything. I just kind of like a physical book. And then also, what if like his chemistry actually ended before he was able to finish it? So I don't know why that happened, because he did do chemistry through Shorman, and his math says he still has like a year left. So they give you like a long time for math, but his science, for whatever reason, I bought it later in the year and it still ended in like May. And so I don't really understand why we didn't get much time with his science, but I didn't like that they could just cut you off, because what if I want to spread it out between more than just one school year? You know what I mean? So I like having the physical copy. So anyway, this is biology. It has the tests and quizzes book. So there's like one test and one quiz per unit. Yeah, so there's a mid-unit quiz and then a test is how they have that set up. And then each unit is in these. So he has unit 1 right now, but there's unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5, and unit 6. So there's 6 units, and they're all in these little individual workbooks, which I like. I'm glad that it's not all one like giant workbook, because we just keep these down here along with the tests and quizzes. I just keep it down here in the schoolroom, and then he has a desk in his room, and so he keeps his one unit. So far he's still on unit 1 up in his room. And so it's pretty cool. Like you watch your videos, but then you also have just like some labeling and filling out of information, and there are science experiments. That was another reason why I'm glad we're doing CC, is because I just don't have the time to do the science experiments with him, and they will do that at Classical Conversations. But what we did online was he just watched the video for the science experiment. And that's what they have here too. You can do the experiment at home if you want to, but you also have the option of just watching the video. And so that's what he's gonna do for biology. He's not gonna go to school for biology. He may have to take like biology in college or whatever, but he'll just take the basic biology and he'll be fine. I barely had like a biology education in high school, and I went on to take college biology and make A's. Like, I was fine. And he's very like math and science oriented. He'll be fine. But so I'm okay with him just watching the video. But I do think, especially like chemistry, you really need to like do, not just watch, but actually do these experiments and have that skill. And I want him to have that experience of doing it before he goes into like college chemistry and stuff. So I'm glad that he's going to be doing the physical experiments for chemistry, but biology, totally fine with him just watching the videos. But I really do like this. I think it's done really well. It's laid out really well. I think it's not like too complex or anything. It's just a really good like overview of biology. So I am very excited about this, and if we end up really liking it someday in the future, my older kiddos will probably do biology. I'm really hoping that The Good and the Beautiful comes out with more science high school units. I don't know why they wouldn't. If you guys know, like if they've announced what their plans are as far as high school science goes, definitely let me know in the comments below. I know they say like it costs a lot of money to make high school curriculum, and they don't have very many high school homeschoolers that purchase from them, but they just kind of do it out of the kindness of their own heart and everything. So I do think The Good and the Beautiful are good people. Anyway, watch my video if you want to, when I talk about their literature and stuff, the things I don't like about The Good and the Beautiful, but I do think they're great people and they do make great curriculum. So hopefully they come out with more, because I do feel like this is just a really nice in-between. And especially if your kid is not going to like become a biologist, but just wants a little introduction to biology for their high school biology credit, I think this is great. So really liking that. And then I'll just continue with the rest of what I got from The Good and the Beautiful. I do always love their packaging too. They have just such good packaging. Usually most things come, you know, in great condition because of their packaging. So I also got, last minute, the kindergarten prep course. One of you guys reminded me of this course. I totally forgot about it. And then when you guys reminded me, because I was saying I was struggling with my 6-year-old a little bit with learning to read and stuff, and I didn't like all about reading. You guys were like, oh, well, because I was saying how he didn't want to like stick with his preschool curriculum. He was like offended by that. And you guys reminded me of the kindergarten prep, and that reminded me that my 8-year-old, who's a great reader and has never struggled with it, he did the kindergarten prep. He did the Good and the Beautiful preschool, and then he did the kindergarten prep, and then he went on to their kindergarten. And since he had done all of that, and I made sure, like we did flashcards with all of the letters and their sounds, uppercase, lowercase, like he was really solid on all of his letter recognition and sounds, had done this and the preschool. When he had done all that, he was like ready for the Good and the Beautiful level K language arts. And I realized I did my next son, my third son, my 6-year-old, a disservice last kindergarten year when I tried to just start him with the Good and the Beautiful kindergarten when he didn't have this yet. And we had, you know, worked on his letter recognition and sounds, but he was just not 100% yet. So we are going to focus on that this year. So I'm really excited. This came today. So I cannot wait. Today is July 30th. I cannot wait to get him started on this. I may get him started on it today. I'm that excited. Just because I know that this is what he needs. And my goal with him, because he is technically in first grade, my goal is we will do this. We will do kindergarten, and then hopefully by the end of the year, there are only 120 lessons in the Good and the Beautiful language arts. I'm really hoping by the end of this year, we'll be starting the first grade, the Good and the Beautiful language arts, and then next year, when he goes into second grade, we'll start with first grade and then finish with second grade, and like we'll just eventually get caught up. You know what I mean? Like we're not gonna stop. Like normally with language arts, I would just stop Like if they were in first grade and they finished their first grade language arts, I would stop for that year and wait till the next school year to start the next level. But I'm just gonna keep going and really try to get him caught up. And I'm gonna be doing something similar with my third grader, because I did try Logic of English and All About Reading for his second grade year and did not like it, and tried to just jump to the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts level 3, and he wasn't ready. So he is gonna be doing level 2, and then we're gonna try to like basically do level 2 and 3 in his third grade year, because level 2 is pretty easy for him, but he just wasn't quite ready for level 3, if that makes sense. So anyway, I'm very excited for this. I will be doing this with my daughter. She is, her stuff is like next to me. She's almost 4. She'll be 4 in September. So she's going to be doing pre-K this year. She's also going to be doing classical conversations with everybody. So she's starting at the perfect age for classical conversations. She loves school. She wants to do school like every day, even on the weekends. She's asking to do school. So she's currently doing the preschool of the Good and the Beautiful. And then once she finishes that, which I know we will finish well before the end of her pre-K school year, we will do kindergarten prep for her and her flashcards and everything, which I actually have them right here. I have upper and lowercase. Before I had them combined on one flashcard, and no, they need them separately, so they really know the difference. She's working on those, and so then for her kindergarten year, I will have her nice and prepared. My poor third son, we had a health crisis during his pre-K year, and so with my oldest, where I was gone for months in the hospital with him, so it was a hard time. So I think it kind of makes sense that things got kind of like muddled in my mind on what to do with him. He's also my most headstrong child, so that's another part of it, but we'll get him figured out. It's fine. But yeah, that's my plan for her as well, as she'll move to this. She even saw this and wanted this. She saw me open the box. She's like that kid. It's like, ooh, curriculum. She's like a mini me, you know? And she like was like, oh, that's so cute. I want to do that. I'm like, we will. You got to finish your preschool and then we'll do this. So anyway, that is for my first grader, which I know is probably weird to some people to be like, oh, we're doing kindergarten prep in first grade, but I am just meeting my kid where he's at. We live in an imperfect world. Every kid is different. I really don't think it's his fault necessarily, except for he is very like defiant and will like scratch out the last lessons. Like of all my kids, he's the most resistant to bookwork. He's very creative and can like build things, and he's the most creative kid I have, but he's just resistant to like authority and bookwork and stuff like that. So that, along with things that were just out of his control and really out of my control, but you know, I take responsibility as a parent. This is where we're at, is the kindergarten prep level. And I am taking it very seriously, educating him, and we will get there. We will get there. So I don't want to be too hard on myself, because I don't think that really helps, but I'm gonna keep moving on. All right, and then the last thing I got from the Good and the Beautiful is, I'm really excited about this, their Sparks and Stars Science Little Hearts and Hands curriculum. So this is their science curriculum for, I think it says like pre-K to second grade, is I'm pretty sure like what it's technically for, which is kind of perfect for me, because obviously it's for my little ones. My high schoolers doing the biology course, but my little ones are almost 4, 6, and 8, and they're gonna be pre-K, first grade, and third. So, and we're gonna be doing this at the beginning of the third grade year. So technically the only one who doesn't fit in this is my third grader. But you know, 1 grade off, that's fine. We are gonna be doing science and classical conversations as well. So he's getting that on top of this. So I think it's fine, but the reason I chose the space one is, 1, it looks so cute, but 2, we're doing cycle 2 in classical conversations this year, and space is one of the focuses for science. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. I'll do this. So it comes with the parent guide, and everything they do is just so pretty. You just can't deny it. But so this has science experiments, which we will do. the experiments, and just like a guide of, I've always really liked their science units. Honestly, that's actually, this is all making sense to me now, why I love their high school science, because of all their curriculum. Their science units are my favorite. I've done them like years ago. My now high schooler who's 16 and my 8-year-old, like we would do a little science unit together, them two, while the babies were napping. And we had a great time doing that. I just think their science, it's just, they make it so clear. They tell you exactly what to say, what to do. Usually the newer sciences have like really great videos that you can look up to go along with it. They just kind of add to it. And that's the kind of science that I like. I don't want it to all be online. I don't even like math for my younger kids online. The only thing I'm okay with that has worked well so far is high school level, like algebra, geometry, trig, pre-calc, all that online, at least for my oldest, just because I don't have the time with the little ones, even though I do love math, to like do it with him. But otherwise, I like the videos. I've realized I really like all of the Good and the Beautiful's videos. Their language arts is the same way. It's a physical language arts book, but even like pre-K and everything has little videos, and we always enjoy those. Like even their math, which I think has a lot of holes, and I really wish it didn't, because I do like the way their math is laid out, and they have really cute videos too. And that was the one thing that my 8-year-old said he missed from the Good and the Beautiful math, was their videos. So anyway, very excited for this. So this is like the parent guide, and then this is the big book of science stories, which I love stories. Fun facts about Uranus. That's cute. I love, oh, like look, and it has like the parent teaching her kids. That's something else that's great about, if I were to say something I like about the Good and Beautiful literature, is it shows like homeschool families in their literature, which is very rare to find. So I am super excited about this. Beautiful colors and pictures. I mean, look at that, so pretty. And just some fun stories about science and space and all of that. So I think that this is going to be so fun. So we're probably going to do this every other day, because, so we will do science. We will have our community day on Mondays, and then we will do science on like Tuesday and Thursday, and then on Wednesday and Friday, this is the last thing I'm most excited about. Oh, this box is big. Woo, come on, come on. Oh, this big old box here is what I'm most excited about. So, dun, 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 drum roll please. Satisfying nails. Actually, where's the, oh, criminy. 1 second. 1 second. Whew. Okay, I'm back. We actually already started this, so I had to go grab it. But we are going to be doing Beautiful Feats Around the World in Picture Books, Part 2. So, this is so exciting to me. I am realizing my love for Beautiful Feet. I love their books. It's like their, what would you call this? Teacher's guides or whatever are so smooth and soft and such good quality. I just love it. That kind of stuff matters to me. But anyway, we already own and did do some of the Beautiful Feet Around the World in Picture Books Part 1. And I think we started it, and then something happened and we stopped. And for some reason I let other homeschool videos online, like other homeschool influencers or homeschool moms, influence my opinion of Beautiful Feet books instead of just keeping my own opinion. So this is your reminder. You are your own unique person. Your family is your own unique unit. You can take advice or ideas or inspiration from people like me on YouTube, but at the end of the day, you have to decide what's right for your family, and it might not be the same as the person you're watching on YouTube. So I remember seeing like a comparison, and this person picked sunlight over beautiful feet, and their argument, I was like, okay, that makes sense. And so I don't know, I stopped the beautiful feet. Well, then I started thinking about it, and when I was trying to decide on like history, geography, stuff like that for this school year, and I realized we actually loved it. Like, we loved it. So this is like a Charlotte Mason approach. There's a lot of like encouragement of doing like art, and it has a big literature pack that you purchase with it that I will show you guys. And so there's a lot of study of like beautiful artwork, and there's a lot of reading of really good literature, and it even gives you ideas of like recipes to make. And we truly enjoyed it. Now, you may be thinking, well, if you didn't finish the part 1, why did you get part 2? Well, I got part 2 because that goes with our cycle 2. We're going to be doing a lot of Europe and classical conversations, and that's a lot of cycle 2. Like, you start in France, and then there's Great Britain. And so it's a lot of the areas that we are going to be studying in our co-op in classical conversations. See, like, look at the artsy, like, they encourage you to do like watercoloring and colored pencils and stuff like that. So, oh, and in the back, which I really do love this, they have all these beautiful pictures so you can copy out and have your kids color and cut out, and you get these beautiful notebooks, which I'll have to grab that in a second, because that's also, we do this in our morning time, so it's on our morning cart in the kitchen. But you can you can make copies for your kids. They can color these, cut them out, and put them in their notebook. And I really do like journaling when it comes to our school, and this is just such a good fit with that. So I am actually loving this. We've already started studying France, and my kids love geography, especially my 8-year-old. He's big, like, did you know type kid. And he is like already knows a ton of stuff about geography and is actually teaching his younger brother, who is 6. And it's so cute. I've got videos, and he's telling, did you know that this country is actually on 2 continents? And Jack's like, I was always confused by that. Like, as if he ever thought of that before. Just so cute watching them pore over this book. So this is one of the books that comes with the book pack for this beautiful feet study. It's this huge book, which it actually comes with the first one as well. And so I think we already have this somewhere, but I was like, I don't know where it is. And also I feel like this is such a good book, we'll just get it again. So I think you can take away some of the books, so I couldn't figure out how to do that. And so anyway, though, this book is huge, and it is so cool for being able to look like you get like a close-up view of the different countries and continents, and then you get like a further away view, and it tells you what page to look at when in your workbook, so, or in your teacher's guide. So it'll tell you, like, I think it's, I don't know if it's, yeah, I don't think it tells, there's no like this many days a week. It's just you go lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, which I like because I don't like feeling like I'm behind, even though I will just go to the next lesson and like, who cares? I like that it just has like lesson numbers, and that's it. So lesson 1 is what we have done so far, and it's not a ton of information, but I think it's like the right amount, especially for my kids' ages, because it's kind of like a jumping off point for us to take this in whatever direction we want to take it. And that fits my style much more than Sunlight, which is kind of more rigid. I probably should do like a whole comparison of Beautiful Feet and Sunlight in a video. So anyway, that's not what this video is about, but it has this, and then I'll show y'all all these books in here. All right, so all these books that it comes with, I'll try not to talk too long about each book because I'm sure that would get boring, but it comes with the Little Prince, and soon to be a major motion picture. Interesting. So this one's like, a lot of them are picture books. This one is kind of chapter book feeling, but it still has pictures in it. I did not want, I felt like Sunlight had a little bit too many chapter books for my kids, even in their lower levels, which we have enjoyed. Okay, my camera battery died, sorry. But anyway, I'll do a Sunlight comparison video, but it has The Little Prince, The Story of Ferdinand. This is also the only other book we already had, but who knows where it is, and this is a great book, so I thought, oh well, we'll have another one. And totally, I think this one is a part of the France one. Look how cute that is with the little mouse on the cover. I like this one a lot. I really like the colors. I think my kids will be interested. And there's a decent amount of words on it, you know, but then also just really great pictures and just geared more towards young children, which is what I have. And, you know, they'll only be this little for so long, and picture books are so much fun. As an adult, I love picture books. So, Stone Soup. Actually, we do have this one too, I think, somewhere. But not this exact copy, but we have like a Stone Soup. This one might be a little bit different. I'm not sure. No, it looks about the same. But this is a great story that I'm excited to have a chance to read to my kids again. And I'm sure they don't even remember the last time I read them Stone Soup. So it has that. And then The Rainforest Grew All Around. So what other parts of the world does this go to? I don't know, but okay, this is gonna make me sound dumb, but I do know in classical conversations, we're gonna be studying like rainforesty type stuff, I believe. It's just something I've kind of noticed. I'm so new. So anyway, I was excited to see this because it's like, oh, this will probably go well. The Rainforest Grew All Around. This looks really pretty. And who doesn't love learning about the rainforest? It's just such a beautiful and fun thing to learn about. And then I think I want to take my kids, after we read this, to the Rainforest Cafe. That is just a restaurant I love. I feel like I take people there and they're like, this is just okay. And I'm like, what? Like, this is amazing. This is like a 5-star restaurant. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, like that, the dessert that's like a volcano. Like, how can it get better than that? So anyway, I think there's just a lot of nostalgia for me because I went there as a kid, but my kids haven't been there in a while, so I think that'll be really fun to go to the Rainforest Cafe as a little treat after we read this. And then this one looks really pretty. Oh, I'm so worried about hurting my nails. Carl, Get Out of the Garden. So this one looks super pretty, and I'm excited to read this. And by the way, we will go back to the part 1, probably just once CC reaches part 1, which may not be for another 2 years, so I don't know. But at some point, we'll definitely do part 1. I don't even care if my kids are a little bit older reading picture books, because I love picture books, but that one is super pretty. And then there's The Boy Who Held Back the Sea. I love that title. What a cool title. And so it looks like it's about a lighthouse. So we do have from Rachel from Seven and All, her The Curious Kinder book list. We have a Hello just dropped something. We have Hello Lighthouse. So maybe we'll read this one again. Oh, I dropped this book. When we read this one, I don't know. We'll just see when the time comes. I'm doing my planning. How beautiful is that? Oh, this isn't a lighthouse. Oh my goodness. Is that a windmill? Guys, just ignore me. This is the book though. What? Oh, he's like he's cooking something over a fire. Anyway, beautiful pictures, a little bit less words in this one. Love it. I don't know anything I'm saying. So anyway, this I thought was so cool, and I'm so excited about this. So this is called Art Masterpieces to Color. 60 great paintings from Botticelli to Picasso. So obviously in classical conversations, we will be learning about different artists and composers and all that fun stuff, which is something I'm so excited about with Classical Conversations. And so this, I will just make copies of these and let my kids color them. I definitely am always looking for like cool coloring opportunities, because I feel like sometimes when I just give my kids a regular coloring book, they get kind of bored of them and don't feel like coloring it. So I think this will be great for our morning time to just copy some of these, and we can use these for years and years to come. As they get older, they'll just get better. Dropping everything up at coloring these, but I just thought this was the coolest coloring book ever. What's crazy too is they have library connections where they suggest even more books. And I remember with part 1, I like went ahead and bought the books, which is a little bit intense. I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm gonna try to find them at the library. So, but if I can't, I may end up buying them, I don't know. But anyway, there's so many good books in this, even before that. And I want my kids to have a good background of literature that they have read. So this one's really pretty. The Right Word, Rajat. Okay, so my battery keeps dying on my camera. I'm a mess, so sorry. But this looks like a biography. So that's really cool. I always love picture books biographies. It has like dates, and I think it's about like a writer and him becoming like a famous author and stuff. So pretty cool. And then this one is called Stragonona by Tommy DePaulo. Everybody knows about this book, and I'm pretty sure we don't own this one. So I'm excited to read that. And then they have a lot of these Anos books. Anos Spain, or Anos Spain, Anos Journey, Anos Denmark, Anos, I think it's Anos Italy, and I think that's it. So these don't have words on the pictures, but the book will like explain to you like what to talk about, and then it actually has descriptions of these scenes in the back, so you read that. So they're still kind of technically words, because I find it like a little strange to have no words in a book. But these, while they appear like they have no words, actually kind of have words. It's just a different way of, you know, writing a book. But this is really cool to like have my kids look at these and talk about these, and it just helps them feel like they're in that country or city or whatever. These books can be, you know, like, I do think it could get boring to a point, but you just use it as much as you want to. That's something I really like about Beautiful Feet. It's not like read page 1 or whatever. I mean, I do think it tells you like what scenes to read, but it's just a little bit different than Sunlight in that way. And I just like the kind of freedom that I feel. So I am excited about these. You need to brush your teeth. I do. Okay, you need to do it again, because it does not, that should have taken you 2 minutes at least. Close the door. And then we have El Chino. So this one, ooh, it's about like bullfights and stuff. That looks cool. And then we have Martin de Porres, The Rose in the Desert. That looks really pretty. Another hardcover, which I think is really nice. Ooh, look at these beautiful pictures. Like, come on, guys. Picture books are the best. Like, how beautiful is this for my kids to get to see all of these beautiful books. Another hardcover, Tuki and Mocha, A Tale of Two Tamarins. This is about Ecuador. Tales of the World from Sleeping Bear Press, Ecuador. Look at these little monkeys. That's cute. My daughter will like that. More beautiful pictures. Ooh, look at that macaw. My mom had a ton of birds growing up, and she had a few macaws. Beautiful, beautiful birds. Very loud. It would actually yell my name. Madison! She would yell my name. Okay, last few books. Lucia's Travel Bus. Beautiful pictures in this one as well. We're sailing to Galapagos, a week in the Pacific. This one looks fun. Really pretty pictures. this one, Energy Island. Interesting. This one I'm really excited. I've heard of this one. I love Winnie the Pooh. So I have never read this to my kids. Finding Winnie, the true story of the world's most famous bear. So this is going to be when we study Great Britain that we will read this book. And I'm really excited about this one. And this is another hardcover. And then the last one, Wings for Pear. Oh, this one is in black and white, which is pretty. Oh, a little bit of color. Okay, so those are all of the books that come in the packet. Now, of course, they have, like, for France, it shows there's some suggestions about flight, I think. Flight in French history. And so I think that would be fun to find and like study about that. And I think we might study about like physics this year in classical conversations. And so learning about like flight and stuff could be cool to go along with that. So there's just a lot you can do with this. And then I did get 3 of the notebooks. They're really pretty. I don't have it with me, but they're like this smooth material. And they're just a little bit smaller, like not quite as tall or wide as this. And they put their names on them so far, and that's it. But I'm really, really excited to just do a bunch of like journaling with this. Like I said, my kids love geography, so I think it's gonna be really, really fun. So I cannot wait. I also got a ton of these over and under books that were suggested from Rachel from Seven and Alls. And I think these will be a really good complement. It shows like over and under, like I have an ocean one, and this one is a rainforest one, so I think it'll go well with that rainforest book. So a lot of these like geography, just depending on like where it is, I think these over and under books will go well. I got like basically every single one of these because they're recommended in the Curious Kinder off of Thrift Books. So I'm very excited about that. So yeah, that is my haul for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I have another haul coming once all of that stuff comes in, and then I'll start sharing about like our back to school. I have a kiddo doing some school back there, about all of our back to school updates, because we are like kind of doing a soft start to school, getting back into it, and then all of our extracurriculars will start. So I'm trying to kind of get things going before that. We did finally paint in here, and I moved the piano, and my husband painted the room and everything. So I will probably do a tour of this room sometime soon. I want to work on these cubes. I really want to get like desks on this wall and then a shelves above it instead of these cubes. But for now, this works, especially since my daughter is still pretty young. But once they're all 3 like full on doing school, I want to be able to fit 3 desks over on this side and not have to have this area so cluttered. So anyway, I'll talk about that when I do like a tour of this room. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe.